You do not know whether or not Forrest City Ratner is lobbying the state, Governor Patterson, for stimulus funds?
As I try to make clear, Councilwoman, I'm pretty low on the totem pole. It's not like the old days, and so I do not know.
You do not know.
I sort of imagine. I can imagine, and I know what I read, but I have no first-hand knowledge that Forrest City Ratner is lobbying the governor's office.
Fair enough. And I'm sorry, can I go back to Carlton Avenue for a minute?
Whatever you wish.
So, I mean, I know you basically tossed, or I forget the football term, you Hail Mary or whatever, whatever it's
punted.
Called. Punted, thank you. On whether or not ESDC has any jurisdiction over Carlton Avenue, and I really take issue with that because I know you are the lead agency, and I know that as a city we are a creature of the state, and ultimately everything falls on your shoulders as a representative of ESDC. And I received a note from Mary Ann Gilmartin. I had written her with regards to Carlton Avenue, and she basically, states the same position, and basically what she says is, with respect to project delays, we are working diligently with our partners in the city and state, la 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 da 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 da.
Mary Ann Gilmartin is
she's the Executive Vice President and Director of Commercial and Residential Development for Forrest City Ratner. I had written to her because I wanted a tour of 80 DeKalb Avenue, and also I wanted to know the status of, I wanted to know why Carlton Avenue was going to be indefinitely closed, and whether or not we could reopen it. And basically what she says is the following. Regarding the Carlton Avenue Bridge, we have successfully completed the first phase of the work. So if you could describe the first phase, I would appreciate that. And then she goes on to say, the next stage has been delayed as a result of litigation, which is delaying both further work on the bridge and the construction of the permanent yard for the Long Island Railroad. While we had anticipated that, absent these delays, the bridge could be completed more quickly, obviously. The construction agreement, which is like the agreement I guess you referred to, we entered into with DOT, allows us 3 years to complete the bridge subject to unavoidable delay. And I cannot provide any further delay on timing until the litigation is resolved. So I guess two questions. One, when does the clock start ticking, that 3 years? Was it 3 years 5 years ago when we came out when the project was first announced? Was it 3 years? When did 3 years begin? And two, this construction agreement, isn't ESDC a party to the construction agreement? And last but not least, has there been a master closing with the city and or state on this project? Thank you.
I'm much better at doing one question at a time. Sorry. I will answer the third one first. No, the master closing has not taken place.
Okay.
Now, what was your question?
When did the clock start?
When did the clock start? The clock started when work began to take on the bridge, to take the bridge down. So that was like
January 23rd, 2008.
a year ago.
So it actually might have been a year ago in February.
Yeah,
It was around the time I came here the first time, which was, I believe, in January of last year.
And the first phase she referred to.
And I assume the first place she's referring to is taking down the southern portion of the bridge, because actually the entire bridge they have to take down the northern portion of the bridge as well.
Okay. And ESDC and the state a party to the construction agreement?
No, the construction agreement is between Forrest City Ratner and DOT, New York City DOT.
So have you ever stepped in and asked DOT or demanded or instructed DOT to do something that ESDC has disagreed with on any project in the state of New York or in the city of New York?
Well, if you recall, Councilwoman, I've only been at ESDC a year, and I've only worked exclusively on this project, so I don't know whether this is unique to the way ESDC does business on other projects that involve city streets or whatever. I just know that this is the way this one is.
So I'm going to follow up in a response to Ms. Gilmartin, because she ends her email to me by saying, be assured that we continue to monitor traffic circulation and work closely with DOT to address any areas of congestion caused by the construction of the various components of the project. DOT is completely satisfied with that the detour, the signage, and other factors we have implemented to mitigate any impact on traffic circulation in the local streets have been and continue to be successful. And I challenge her on successful.
Well, obviously you can do that, and I would encourage you to do that. I have reached out to DOT on this issue, and they have told me that very same thing.
Okay, so we're both
DOT has told me that, Forrest City Radnor has told you that. I would obviously encourage you to pursue it. And
we have a vacancy at HPD. They're looking for a commissioner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Irene?